Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode with your Mets franchise here at the trade deadline coming up here. So we want to make a move here for some outfield depth. Hunter Bishop kind of stuck in the Giants system right now. He is at that point where it's a make or break in his career, and he does not have any options used right now. So I feel like he could be a good call-up option next year for us if we have some injuries, or be a September call-up. And we are going to get rid of Tyrone Taylor here, as we do need to try and shave off some money in Taylor. He's had his chances, but he's just not done enough to stay in the majors and make the money he's been doing, even though he is quite cheap. But we feel like he's going to have a better option with the Royals. And we do have some players here we'd like to make an offer for. James MacArthur, 27 years old, 6'7". He's got some heat to his arm. And then Cam Devaney, someone that's going to replace the Cole Young in the lineup. Tyrone Taylor, he could be a pretty good fit for the Royals, so I feel like this is a fair trade to make. And it has gone through. So now we got the Braves, who are still trying to play catch up in the division. Well, we do tie up the series here, so that's huge. So we're 60-47. Jesse Winker with the home run. 3 RBIs on the day for him. That's also a man we got to look at maybe extending. He is making under $1 million this year, but he's going to want a big pay raise the way he's been playing. No, game 1 versus the Twins. Griffin Jax on the mound. And we dropped that one. Ooh, alright. Offense does not show up there. Lose this one 3-1. We get some hits, just to not bring anyone in. And Severino, still. But looking at the trades so far, the Phillies are beefing up here. My goodness, Matt McClain is going to the Phillies. Wow. Alright. Might have to make a move. Game 2 versus the Twins. And we get a solid win there. And the offense does show up. We get 10 runs on 10 hits. And Winker and Brandon Nimmo with the home runs. Pitching. Ooh, my goodness. Quintana. A rare rough outing for him. And more trades on the way as Phillies. Oh my goodness, they are getting Wilson Contreras from the Cardinals for Spencer Turnbull, Kyle Schwarber, and a prospect. That is an interesting move right there. So Phillies are beefing up. We feel like we do have a move we want to make here. And the White Sox, they're still in the basement in their division. There's a couple of names there, but Luis Robert Jr., he is struggling, but he can be a 300 hitter. 30 home run guy. He just needs a change of pace. I'm going to add on Jordan Leisure too, another bullpen option for us. And we are going to give up Parada, Vasil, and outfield prospect Oscar De Los Santos. We're going to actually go with Matt Allen instead of Vasil, just to make it a little more even in this trade. And this is going to go through. And they do. So Luis Robert Jr. is going to be a New York Mets. My goodness. And we want to unload Jeff McNeil's contract too. So there are teams interested here. The Rockies want him, so I feel like that could be a decent option as well. Trying to save some money here because we do want to go after Juan Soto in free agency. Jeff McNeil, he's just been making too much money. Drew Smith and McNeil on the way to Colorado. So Luis Robert Jr., he is going to be a Met, and he's still under contract. We just got to hope he finds his game again. He is someone that's probably going to be a 4th outfielder for us, or playing in right field for Starlin Marte, and hopefully he can find his groove as Marte. That's another question mark. What are we going to do with him? But man, oh man, I'm liking that Robert trade. How you guys feel about it? Let me know. But I feel like he could be a decent option to help us out down the stretch. And we're going to jump into some game action here with Luis Robert Jr. And hopefully he can shine bright here in his Mets debut, as the Mets 61-48 taking on the 60-47 Twins. And hopefully we can find a way to get things rolling here, as the Mets are heating up and trying to take the division lead against the Phillies. The Braves are heating up too. They're right behind us. This division race is getting tighter and tighter as the year goes down. JD Martinez still filling that DH spot, but this could be his last year in the majors, possibly retiring. He does have some pop, but he's striking out a lot too. But Manaea and the Mets fired up here at Citi Field, looking to end the month of July on the right note here. And the Mets are going to Christian Scott, who has yet to lose a game here in his rookie year. Through 10 games, 6-0, 4.13 ERA, whip 1.30, 41 strikeouts. So his strikeout rate isn't where we want it, but he's walking under 10% too. He's just keeping people off base as much as we'd like. And already down 2-0 here. Robert at his first at bat, leading off. And he's got one into right. It's going. It's back. And off the foul pole. And his first at bat as a Met. He's got a home run. What a way to start your new season with your new team. My goodness. Number 88. But number 1 in Mets fans' hearts after this deadline move. Oh my goodness. And he's fitting in just great here. This one just wills it to stay fair. Just enough. Look at the wind. And off the foul pole. Wow. Now, Lawrence Butler, the former Athletic, traded to the Twins in one of the deadline moves here. He's having himself a career season in RBIs. Now an 0-2 count. Lawrence Butler. He's going to smoke one into right, dropping right in front of Robert, as the controller almost throws us way off there, aiming for the fans. Lawrence Butler's on base. Now we jump ahead here. Twins up 4-1. Robert looking for some RBIs. And this one grounded. The second. And not going to beat it out there, as that's going to do it. Not the bat that Robert wanted there, with runners on base. But he can't be perfect all the time. So now 5-1. 2-2 count. Bottom fourth. This one, hard hit past the shortstop. A runner is going to score here, running around third, and he is safe. So Robert has a home run and 2 RBIs and 2 hits so far in his Mets debut. My goodness. Clutch hit in there. Is that one hard hit past the shortstop? Couldn't do anything with it. Now Jesse Winker trying to bring in some runners. First and second. 0-1 count. This one on the ground and up the middle. That should bring in a run. Robert going from first to third. And he is safe. It's a 2-run game once again. The Mets offense trying to help out the young pitcher. My goodness. Clutch hit in there from Jesse Winker. It's definitely someone we got to look at bringing back. We will have a crowded outfield though. We do try and go after Juan Soto. So we'll have to make some decisions on who's going to stay and who's leaving. Now Francisco Lindor. He's got himself a 3-0 count. Can the bases get loaded, or can he bring in some runs? Robert at third. And that's going to be a walk. Bases are now loaded. Mets have a chance to take the lead. Oh my goodness. Now Pete Alonso, 2-2 count. The polar bear. He is getting up there in Mets all-time home run leaders. Looking for a big hit here, and this one is grounded to second. And he's not going to beat that throw. So the Mets strand the bases loaded, but they bring in 2 runs. So we have ourselves a game. Now 6-3. Robert, 0-1 count. He is going to go into right this time. It's back and going, but this is going to be caught in foul territory. So he is 2 for 4 on the day now. Now we go into the top of the 7, 6-4. Carlos Correa. He's looking for something here on an 0-2 count. And he's got this one into right. It's going to drop. And he's got this back in quickly, Robert. So that's going to be a leadoff single here for the Twins. Phil Maton is now in the game, pitching out of the bullpen. Now bottom 8, 0-2 count. Robert trying to find some way. And this one is smoked. And it's going. Gone! What a debut for Luis Robert Jr. My goodness. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Oh my goodness. And the White Sox are wishing they had this at the start of the year from him, as he was struggling, but he's starting to find his groove, and that's all you can ask. Now, it's a 1-run game, and the Mets are loving this trade deadline move. My goodness. Triple digits, down below the knees, and he just golfs this one out of here. A wall scraper, but it still counts. As we jump forward now into the top of the 9th, the Mets have tied things up. Matt Wallner, he's 1 for 4 on the day. 2-1 counts. And this one, a liner into right. And Robert, again, is just going to get this back in quickly. So that's another single for the Twins. So they're getting a lot of hits on their pitching staff today. But the offense is holding their ground. And looking at Luis Robert Jr., his day so far, my goodness, can he get a hat trick on his Mets debut in extra innings? What a storyline that would be. Now 2-2 counts, Twins up 9-6. This one he can't catch up to, strikes him out. Oh my goodness, the Heat and the Twins will win this one in style. What a back and forth game this was. But the Mets fall short. The trade deadline is over, and the Mets, they got their guys. They got some salary moved. So all in all, pretty successful, I would say. And we got some depth on that Jeff McNeil trade with the Rockies. But some interesting moves definitely happening around the league. So let's see if it pays off for some people. But I am definitely surprised Tommy Troy got moved. But Diamondbacks do have a lot of solid infielders at the same time. There's the Butler trade from the Athletics. My goodness. Definitely some eye-opening trades. Now looking at the draft picks here. Kevin Roper, first round pick. 69 overall. So he's probably going to be the closest to MLB ready. Only a C potential though. Only throws 3 pitches. He's probably going to be a bullpen pitcher, I would say, for us. Or a late inning guy, who knows. But I don't know if he's going to have enough pitches to be a full-time starter. And then you got Pedro Pinto, our second round pick. Utility infielder. Brian Chung, another solid option for a bullpen in the future kind of guy. He's got some heat. Buddy Gonzalez, first base outfielder. His power is not where we want him to be, but hopefully we can grow him a little more. Then you got Benny Dixon. Could be a huge steal in the late rounds for us. And then Sean Cahill, catching prospect. Hopefully we can find a way, but he's not going to be ready for 4 or 5 years probably. Alex T with the Marlins. Newton Rosales. Oh my goodness. That's someone to look out for the Braves. And then Alvaro Pena, you could say. David Yamada went to the Phillies. They didn't have a strong draft, which is nice to see. Nationals. Eubanks. Man, that's someone that we were looking at in the first round. Glad we did not have a chance to go after him. Felipe Vargas, one of the top 3 picks in the draft. Jimmy Winston, Oh my goodness. This guy could be huge for the Brewers. Their top 2 picks, they nailed him. Alfredo Castillo. That was someone we looked at in the first round, but we thought maybe we could get him in the second. Roger Lewis for the Cardinals. But look at the Diamondbacks draft class. My goodness. No wonder why they got rid of Tommy Troy. Christopher Powers with the Rockies. Their top 3 picks look solid. Johnny Valentine. Dodgers had a meh kind of draft, but they always just buy everyone in free agency anyway. Giants, Jake Rosa. My goodness, this guy could be in the majors next year. Kevin Keys. Who else? Rays had an okay draft. Kevin Lynn got picked 2 picks before our first round pick. Another guy we were looking at. Blue Jays. They had a pretty weak draft. White Sox. Gonzalez. He was a top 3 pick. Louis Meza. First pick. 69 overall. Give him 2 years. He's going to be a stud. Royals. Man, they had a rough time at the draft. Looks like their scouts might be getting fired. That is rough. Astros. They get themselves a pretty solid pitching prospect in Johnny Morse. Angels. They actually did not sign a lot of their draft picks. So it'll be interesting to see. Pena for the Rangers. That's another solid option right there too. And Garcia in the 3rd round. Not too shabby for the Rangers. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with our draft picks. Kevin Roper. Hopefully we can find a way to make him a starting pitcher in the majors somehow. But he would be a solid bullpen option. And until next time, people, we are signing off. Bye.